Celebrate a production guild member who has helped others to develop within the industry by advising them, supporting them, and of course inspiring them. The Production Guild Inspiration Award is sponsored by Kodak, and to find out a bit more about this year's inspirational recipient and his work, we'll take a look at this short film.
You are such an inspiration. Sometimes you're a bit ratty, but on the whole, you're an inspiration and couldn't have been given to a nicer guy.
As I walked into set, Gareth was there with his Madonna mic on and his shirt, and he was running the set like the rock star that he is. He owns it.
Gareth exemplifies in the most magnificent way is we want to get this made, and we want to get this made as well and as brilliantly and as successfully as we can, and we will all do whatever we need to do that. And that is kind of actually increasingly quite a refreshing attitude.
He's got so many credits under his belt of all kinds of shapes and sizes, but it never feels like he's, it's just another thing that he's doing. He never feels sort of tired of it. He feels fresh and genuinely enthusiastic and genuinely passionate about whatever he's doing every single time, which is quite amazing.
He never criticises people. He's never critical. What he does is just give them the right steer, which I think works for people just starting out in their careers where they need that.
Gareth has, just when growing up his AD team, has nurtured several ADs who have come up through the ranks and are now incredibly successful.
He's kind, he is incredibly supportive, he knows his stuff backwards, and he actually gives a lot of time to all the crew he works with, whether it be students or professionals.
Your passionate commitment is an inspiration to everyone.
Richly deserved award for you. You've kept me entertained as well as the crew, and you're a burst of energy on any film set, and I just love having you around, so the fact that we continue to work together is fantastic.
Gareth Tandy, I bloody love you, and it's been such a joy and a pleasure and an honour knowing you, working with you, laughing with you, and being inspired by you in every kind of way over the years. And a huge congratulations. You're an incredibly worthy winner of this award, and I don't know why it's taken this long actually, you should have had it years ago.
Congratulations to Gareth on winning your award for being such an inspiring person. You've certainly inspired me to be the woman I am today, which is a size 22
Thank you for letting me come to the table within your team, championing me in the eyes of the industry, giving me the first break at every point in my career, and genuinely changing my life. So I try not to get too emotional. Would like to say thanks, how thrilled I am that I met you, and how much I love you.
You've inspired so many people along the years, including myself, of course, who you picked up as a young third AD in Plockton, Scotland, and then took me to the dizzy heights of a second AD in Whalley Range in Manchester, and then onto my first job as a first AD. I couldn't be happier for you. Old habits die hard. I don't think I've picked up that many bad habits from you. But anyway, just let me know if there's anything that I did wrong or whatever. But Gareth, congratulations this evening, and here's a little song for you. Well done.
Again, a mixed bag of tributes there, but Gareth has clearly inspired a great many people in the industry and continues to help many people develop their talents. To present the award to this much-loved member of the Production Guild, please welcome a much-loved member of his own family and a highly respected producer and director in his own right, Gareth Tandy.
Very good, thank you for that intro. To say that the recipient of this year's Inspiration Award has had an effect on my own career choices would be frankly to state the blindingly obvious. Throughout my working life, he was certainly the earliest and probably remains the single most important influence on my career. A long, long time ago, I was lucky enough to get a week's work experience with him. It's day one and I get shown how to make tea, the proper way. Set loose, armed only with a box of PG tips, I immediately learned the lesson of how not to come through a studio door with an overloaded tray of scalding hot liquid against a red light. It was not an auspicious start. 40 years later, I was still learning from him. We sat together in a Suffolk farmhouse as I watched him rescue our shredded shooting schedule from a complete train wreck of artist non-availability that had been suddenly dumped on us. And between those times, countless other newbies have also had the benefit of his wisdom. They have been generously guided, mentored, trained, supported, and encouraged to achieve their potential in the industry, whether working as a floor runner, or as an AD, or a director, at any level of experience or size of production. He's as happy working on a student film as he is on a $100 million studio blockbuster. As you've just seen, many of those individuals have gone on to work in every corner of production activity, often at the very highest levels. His IMDb credits stretch over 7 decades, which must be some indication of his dedication to the art and affection towards the folk who made film and TV. He also advances that art by working to improve the environmental impact of what we do, involving himself in initiatives like BAFTA's Greening the Screen. And to watch him work is truly an example to us all, kind and unflappable with his unique sense of so-called humour. His gentle yet firm control of the unit is an extraordinary thing to observe. His sets are invariably happy sets filled with people enjoying their work, all inspired to go just a little bit further. But to me, his most impressive quality, aside from his fashion sense obviously, is the way he always fosters a strong feeling of collegiality on the floor, turning a crew into a community, everyone mucking in when the need arises. But be assured, no one is keener to muck in than this man, especially if it can also involve his Land Rover with the diff lock engaged. It makes me almost absurdly proud to present the Production Guild Inspiration Award to the very first among firsts, Gareth Tandy.
There's nothing written down, I do apologise. I feel that inspiration is something that's been given to me as well. Throughout my career, I've been inspired and still do get inspired every time I work. My inspiration, I should thank people like Roger Simon, who started me in the career when I only had a laboratory ticket, so we both nearly lost our jobs for that. Along the way, Jonathan Benson, he wants to work with. Dusty Simons, people like that. Kathleen, who I learned so much from on Charlie and Chocolate Factory. As I say, inspiration is something that you just gain all the time. You never stop getting inspired. And I thought it was just coincidence, all these little wankers coming through. But no, you know, there's people making my jobs for me, so good luck to them. But I'm not going to run over. So any aspiring first ladies out there, you've got to fight me.
Thank you to Adam, and congratulations to Wanker Facilitator. Defiant words from your winner, Gareth Tandy.